Hi everybody, welcome to the Steckline Report. I'm Larry Steckline and sure happy that you're aboard. We've got some interesting things going on, trying to keep you updated on what's going on in Washington. That's the primary purpose of this report, because you all need to have your computer standing by just in case you want to send somebody a message. We do like our first message, and that is just recently the announcement from President Obama that his administration has gotten together with Colombia and they've successfully negotiated a way forward on our pending free trade agreement. Hey friends, Colombia has gone to several other countries, have gotten free trade agreements accomplished with them. We're losing business as we speak. But this paves the way for Congress and everybody else to get this thing done. We hope that the rest of those free trade agreements that we've been talking so much about lately will get done as well. Looks like this one will. Also, a new effort to permanently repeal the estate tax, launched by a group of bipartisan lawmakers, and my hat's off to them, because this is something that's got to go, friends. I'm telling you, and these lawmakers not only know it, but are saying it. Let me tell you who they are. First of all, it's Congressman Brady from Texas and Ross from Arkansas, joined by Representatives Noem from South Dakota, Boren from Oklahoma, and Nunes from California. Thank you, guys and gals, for getting after this and staying after it. They say farmers and ranchers tend to be the most affected by the estate tax. Why? Because the law does not differentiate between people and business. This group is often impacted twice. As farming is a capital-intensive business, often business assets are included in a person's estate. Families are frequently forced to sell the majority of assets to pay the Internal Revenue Service, and in fact, one of these congressmen, Kristi Noem from South Dakota, had this experience, so she knows exactly what she's talking about. Her family has gone through this. They had to sell land to settle their estate. And this happens so many times across the country. Money that's already been taxed when a person is alive is taxed again at death. And they say this needs to stop. Folks, we'd like to see a bigger push by these people, being joined by other folks around the country, because estate tax tragedy can be avoided if we can get something done with that bill. By the way, a portion of the massive health care reform package will be changed as a result of a vote in the U.S. Senate to repeal a provision that would have forced the filing of a ton of 1099 forms. 87-12 was the vote to repeal the portion of the law that would have required businesses to file 1099 forms with the IRS showing payments of $600 or more to workers. The goal was to reduce tax evasion, but businesses loudly complained about the burdensome and costly event that this would cause for them. Looks like they've had some success. Final word on the Steckline Report today. We're watching the weather report, because I got to tell you, that's setting the stage for a tremendous change in our growth pattern for grains. We've got a major part of this country in drought, and it's not being alleviated very quickly. The first crop, of course, affected is wheat. Half of the wheat in Texas, Oklahoma, and western Kansas is poor to very poor, and quite honestly, so far along on the bad side that even a good rain may not help it. Look for a big switch of acres from wheat to others such as sorghum or cotton, maybe even corn, but it's going to have to rain a whole lot to change that deal. Hey, that's it for the Steckline Report. See you next time around.